yung latest na TRO. Pakipaliwanag sa amin ano ang talagang in layman's term ng ibig sabihin ng tong TRO na to. Ibig po bang sabihin na to, talo na ang kampo ni Bato?
Hindi po, hindi po. Linawin natin yan ha. Ang TRO is a provisional remedy. There is a final remedy that we are praying. There is likewise a provisional remedy. So ito provisional lamang habang dinidiscuss pa yung merits ng kaso. Gusto lang namin na para hindi po ma-disturb yung factual situation while the case is being deliberated by the Supreme Court, mag-issue sana ng TRO. Pero may mga elemento kasi yan siya, Sir Banat. Meron clear and unmistakable right, material invasion of such right, and then there is grave and irreparable injury that will beset the plaintiff if the writ or if the TRO will not be granted, and that there is clear and absolute necessity, clear and urgent necessity
To prevent
the damage. So, yun ang four elements. Sa aming palagay, baka I can only speculate kasi on Monday pa makita namin yung decision. So
Order.
siguro, yung order rather, siguro may elemento lang siguro kami na hindi na-comply. And we would not want to speculate until and after makita namin yung order mismo, which will be issued on Monday.
So wala pa yung order. So ano yung lumabas?
Hindi pa, yung ano pa lang,
Press
primer.
briefer. Press briefer.
Pero is it
briefer.
normal yung press briefer?
Ganyan na ngayon ang ginagawa ng Korte Suprema. So that the parties will be guided, and then later on, the written order or decision will be issued by the Supreme Court. Ganyan na po.
Pero ibig po bang sabihin nun, parang hindi nakita ng korte yung urgency na kaya tinanggihan yung TRO?
Pwede lang, pwede. Pwede. Pero hindi nga namin pa nakikita yung order. So hindi natin alam kung ano yung grounds on the use for the denial of the grant of the TRO.
But I would like to emphasize clearly that this is not decision on the merits. Hindi pa kami talo. Meron pa pong main decision yung Korte Suprema. Meron pa rin kaming karapatan na mag-file ng motion for reconsideration.
Kumbagat sa basketball, parang na-traveling ka lang.
Parang
Pero hindi
ganon.
pa tapos yung laban.
Hindi pa tapos ang laban. Oo. Kasi kung 9-6, maski dalawa lang ang ma-convince sa aming argumento, magiging 8-7. O baka manalo na naman kami.
Yan yung-
It's a possibility, and I hope and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that such will happen.
So yan yung i-reco nyo, di ba?
Yes, yes po.
Pero meron ding mainit na issue na lumalabas ngayon na bakit hindi na lang daw habeas corpus ang inyong sinampa instead of the TRO?
Well, simple. In a, what you call this, petition for habeas corpus, no? Iklaro ko lang kasi may mga kaibigan din tayo, no? Na ginagalang natin, elders in the profession. In a petition for habeas corpus, there is a person who is deprived of his liberty against his will.
Yes.
So, you file this petition in court, you produce the body. Yun yung ang meaning niyan. Ang sa amin kasing palagay, I hope our elders in the profession would understand. Simple question. Who will be the illegal custodian? Who deprived him of his liberty? Isn't it a fact that it was Senator Bato himself who went to the Senate? Alam nga naman gawain naming respondent doon, yung Senado. Hindi naman po pwede na i-respondent namin yung NBI. Ang NBI nga yung gustong pumasok. Kung i-file namin yun, it will be given, no? It will be treated by the NBI as a license. Oh, nag-file kayo ng petition for habeas corpus and ginawa niyo kaming respondent. I have the obligation now to arrest you so that we can present you in court. Kasi ang illegal custodian will be ordered by the court to present the body in court. Para kaming kukuha ng bato, ipatok sa aming ulo at bigyan ng lisensya yung NBI na dakpin siya para ma-present siya sa korte.
Pero Atty. Torion, ito muna, bago tayo pumunta doon sa part na yun, hindi ba ibig sabihin nung tao na nagsabing habeas corpus na yun is pinipigilan siyang lumabas? So,
Deprivation of liberty nga.
yon, oo.
Hindi rin kasi it has always been the stand of the Senate that he is always free to leave because there is no local warrant of arrest. and that he is free since there is no local warrant of arrest that has been issued. So he can enjoy his Bill of Rights. The foreign warrant of arrest has not been validated here in court. There is no judge which issued a local court. So he's a free man. That is the stand of the Senate. So therefore, technically, when he was in the Senate, from the point of view of the Senate, at least the majority thereof, there is no deprivation of liberty. Pwede pa siguro petition for issuance of writ of amparo. Pero that's another
Teka,
matter. Oo nga.
mahabang usapan yan.
So, ibig sabihin, pag kayo ng habeas, ibig sabihin, kailangan ipresenta nung
Nung
kung
illegal
ipigil,
custodian. Oo, yun. Na sa korte. Paano natin sinong i-respondent ko? Ang Senado.
Isingit ko lang to. Ang ibig sabihin kasi po ng habeas corpus is show me the body. Latin yan for show me the body. May apat na elemento yan, kailangan natin pag-usapan. Merong deprivation of liberty, sinabi niya na. Illegal yung deprivation ng liberty. Entitled to relief yung dinideprive ng liberty. At fourth, ito yung pinaka-importante, yung respondent has custody. Has custody of the person deprived of liberty. Sabihin mo nang meron yung tatlo na yan, assuming arguendo. Sino po ang may custody kay Bato? Okay, to answer your point, may interesting kang point na sinabi kanina na yung mga tao sa labas, kunyari NBI o police, na pinipigilan siyang lumabas, yun ang nagde-deprive ng liberty. My question to our respected friends, does that constitute custody? Ang tingin ba ng korte doon, kung meron mang mga tao pumipigil sa labas, is that considered custody? Parang hindi. It's more of a threat of enforced disappearance. Mas doon ako. Parang may nagte-threaten kay Bato na baka mawala na lang siyang bigla. At yung threat of enforced disappearance, yan po ang nagfo-fall under writ of amparo. Which is why that is more, in my opinion, more of a possibility kesa po sa habeas corpus.
Pero sa habeas ba, hindi ba pwedeng utusan ng korte ang NBI? Pagkahuli nyo, ibigay nyo sa amin.
Yun
Pakita
nga.
nyo.
Yun nga, pero meron bang isa sa inyo na gusto yun?
Which is delikado yun. dahil
Delikado yun
baka
kasi
ilipad
magiging
na.
lisensya na yun ng NBI o nag-file kayo ng habeas corpus, I am required to produce the body in court. So therefore, you should not prevent me from arresting him, from getting him in person so I can present him in court.
Di ba nga ang argument namin is that the ICC warrant is not enough as of a legal basis para po dakipin si Bato. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin. Pag nag-habeas corpus kami, baka i-construe yan ng court na, yan, meron na kaming basis to have custody of Bato.
So contradicting yun doon sa pinaka-main na i-final ninyo.
Sa aming pananaw.
Of course, meron silang kanilang pananaw. Mas matanda sila sa atin Ang medyo ayaw ko lang, klaruhin ko lang, yung pati kliyente ko sinasabihan na yung abogado ay mali. Siguro naman, at least konting respeto lang.
Okay lang yun, brother.
Yun lang, konting
Sanay
Ano ba dapat attorney ginawa doon? Tinawagan ka muna?
Hindi naman. I-discuss siguro namin muna. Professionally. And if he has certain... Ako naman nakikinig ako especially to my elder profession. But just because I am respectful does not mean that I am a wimp. So I would like also to send a message to my elders that if you feel that you have differences with my opinions, you tell me. And let us discuss it. Do not announce it to third persons that I am wrong. Tell it to me and in a very polite manner because I respect you and I expect the same respect.
And besides, kayo pinagkatiwalaan ni Bato.
Pero allow me to put a parang middle ground argument here. Totoo na si Atty. Torion has been so respectful at ang haba po ng pasensya. Gusto kong i-stretch yung aking utak. Unawain kung bakit sila naggaganyan. No? Feeling ko yung passion talaga nila for Bato, yung fear nila na mawala si Bato, siguro nati-take over na rin sila ng emotions nila. Ang request namin syempre is siguro more communication with us rather than communication with third persons. Rest assured, we listen to them. We revere them. No, so, we do not claim to be better. It's just that right now, ito po ay bigay ng sa amin po lumapit itong tao na ito at that's God's will.
Hindi kaya dahil dito sa pag-deny ng TRO, kaya ngayon, siguro, tama yung sinabi mo, frustration na kay Bato, syempre, na nagtatago ngayon si Bato, ganyan-ganyan. At ngayon, naglabas na ng manhunt operation dito. Maybe siguro isa yun sa mga frustration.
Yes,
Kasi-
but this is my point, no? The worst thing that we can do as allies of Bato is to turn against each other, to turn on each other. Kasi nga po, iisa po yung purpose nating lahat. Bukas naman ang linya natin sa isa't isa. At alam naman natin na ang lahat po ng makinarya ng gobyerno, I will bravely say this, alam naman natin lahat ng makinarya ng gobyerno, armamento ay nakatutok sa mga Duterte.
Posible pang magamit siya ng kabilang kampo di ba?
Correct. So, divide and rule, divide and conquer should not work on us. So, I think communication in any kind of relationship from personal to professional should be valued.
Ito lang how I respect my elders. No? Right after we received the comment of the Solicitor General, in our humble law firm, kasi we have a system. I have adopted that system a long time ago. If we handle cases, I give it to my most trusted lawyer, Attorney Resi Rizada, and we have a system already. I give out the what is my view on the matter, how it should be presented, okay? And then I give an outline, and then I communicate it to my assistant dean, my resident manager in the office. And then, meron akong mga lawyers na, let's say, dito, 8. So, yung mga sub-arguments, iba-ibang lawyers yan. But there is a need to harmonize everything. And then, that's where Resi would come in, Jimmy would come in, and finally, me. Okay? So, if there are comments, right after that, 3 o'clock in the morning, meron na kaming comment. Bakit ganun kabilis? Kasi meron kaming sistema. Pero instead of submitting it right away, I sent it to our elder lawyers. Give us your comments. Ang sabi ng isang elder lawyer, ang haba naman, 156 pages. Grabe. Boss, basahin mo muna. Para makita namin yung specific na mga comments ninyo. So we can also see na kung saan kami nagkamali. We need your comments. Basta liitan niyo yan bago ko basahin. So niliitan namin. 112 pages. Tapos, grabe, mahaba pa rin ko, boss. I could no longer, I feel na after reviewing it, ito na. Sige, naghintay kami ng komento. Wala. Pero sinambit ko na, naging 117. And that, not only one elder lawyer, other elder lawyers also, I give out my, because I need their comments. I do not claim to be ultra highly intelligent. I'm also a human being with my own limitations, and I respect their opinions on the matter. But please, treat me also as a human being entitled to respect, because we are all professionals here. And as a matter of fact, meron din kaming iniingatan din ng dignidad. Kaya nga sinasabi ko palagi, I am respectful, but I am also a Muslim. I may be patient, pero dahan-dahan din.
Pero
Ganun lang.
siguro pandagdag, partner, no? Sana po malaman din nila na pati po sila, ang mga pinapayo nila sa amin, iba-iba. No, so baka po akala nila, it's them against us. Hindi po. Kuminsan, pati yung payo ni A sa amin ay iba kay
Magkaiba.
B, iba kay C. So it really puts us in a very difficult situation. And siguro as they are very experienced people, not just lawyers, siguro naman maintindihan nila that we cannot take everything that they say hook, line, and sinker. That said, we respect them and we await their kind counsel.